Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Rockingham 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports. Well, there's your new promo for the Midwest Days of Thunder. Good to see those guys out there. Of course, they used my favorite tagline of all time, so here it is one more time for you. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here at Signature Esports, and what a pleasure it is to have you aboard right here for the playoffs. Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series playoff race number one is could be named after one of the great guys out there, a part of the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. It is the Richard Michelob Gray Talladega 160. Apologies about the numbers right there. They kind of got all screwy, apparently. Overlays will work in. Talladega is going to be the racetrack, 2.65 miles around this bad boy, and they're ready to rock and roll. I'm going to go ahead and just refresh something real quick, refresh those overlays. Some new drivers coming to the field. You're going to see them qualify right there, and part of the qualifying is going to be you're actually going to see playoff drivers listed in the field right there. They're going to be located as the green. I just have to fix a couple of the drivers while we're sitting here getting things ready to rock and roll. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. We're live on Facebook, Signature Esports Live Facebook group. The YouTube channel, Signature Esports on YouTube, that's youtube.com/Signature Esports, and twitch.tv/Signature Esports as well. Hopefully you're having a nice evening. I got me some gluten-free fried chicken. I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but man, oh man, it was pretty darn good by my part. Delicious. Oh, big special thank you to those who know how to cook that. If you've never had gluten-free fried chicken, well, you know, you should, at least at one point. We're going to keep things rolling here. Picking up a mild upset tonight. Tabor gets the win, says Travis Eccles. Good to see everybody out there. If you are on Facebook, now there is a link that you can choose to be a part of, to be able to give me some good feedback. I have to put it in there. You have to allow yourself to be able to be seen there. So, but either way, I'm gonna put it up anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what the comments are. We're gonna look at the video at least and see where the comments. That's Brandy Buds out there. Good to see you. Good to see you. Derek, Matt, and three other people watching with us out there. I do appreciate it. YouTube, you guys are picking up the pace. Of course, YouTube, this is one of my bigger nights for YouTube. Folks are out there still qualifying. We'll see how the session goes. They're going to get the white flag here, and the starting grid will be set, and that's how things are going to go. Talladega, one of my favorite tracks to broadcast because you just never know what's going to happen, and it is any person's game, any driver's game, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting. It's awesome. There's Fred, the Barney flag man. He's ready to rock and roll. Oh man, I do love it. Oh, they're lining up. Red high above the stands. Look at that long little look. Starting grid for you. Justin Malarkey and Justin Barkley. The 73 and the 57 are going to be the first two drivers in the series for the playoffs race number 1 for the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Chris Budd's playoff driver is going to be there in 3rd. Matt Forns in 4th. Row number 3 is going to be Michael Pimpere with Pete Van Spruggle to the outside. So the 21 and the 80 playoff driver is going to be working their darndest to try to keep it as clean as possible. John Nidek Jr., Phil Stannard is going to be there in row number 4. Corey Wakefield and Tabor Mowry, the man himself, there in row number 5. Joe Nidek's going to be there in the 24. AJ Green starting back there in 12th spot, row number 6. Somebody's saying Tabor's going to win. No, he's gonna do it. He's gonna be right in that high line. Joe Nidek is gonna be there. We talked about AJ Green. Now Colin Forrester and Doug Erickson are going to start right behind those guys. Austin Bloom, the number 3, is going to have the 33 of Brian Dixon there in row number 8 with him. Lance Hill, Stephen McComas, row number 9, Adam Aylshire and Stephen Wood for row number 10. Derek Schimmel is going to be out there in the 96, and Brad Kirby does look like he is might possibly either racing or race control and good to see you out there, the 07. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening, Mr. Kirby. Man, oh man, the Richard Gray 160 or the Michelob 160, however you want to call it, that's what we're going to be doing. That's how we're going to be having it. And man, oh man, we are going to go racing. These guys are good here, not looking at many cautions, says Travis. We will see what happens, that is for sure. Brian Hill, good to see you out there. Let's go racing, he says. Mild upset coming. Well, I tell you what, all the points are reset here, and they are going to be going green flag racing for the first race in the playoffs in this season 2. Next race is going to be next week, Las Vegas, for the round of 16. Then they'll move on to Bristol, and then Watkins Glen for the round of 12. The round of 8, called the Elite 8, is going to be Martinsville and Kentucky, and then the championship race is going to be at traditional Atlanta. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic to see. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening, and we are going to go racing here. Justin Malarkey is going to be the 73. He's going to be out there leading these guys around, and as it may stand, when we go through the gears, I have my favorite feature for the start of this, besides Fred the Flag Man, of course, and that will be, we're going to kick it off here, going through the gears with the sounds of iRacing. Pace car's going to dive off. You're going to see him get into that. Okay, so it's a non-manufactured car, but it sure looks like a Tesla. Just saying. 7357, the 13, the 10. That's where they're going to be. Fred the Flagman high above the stands, a.k.a. Barney, the iRacing, the hardest working person in iRacing right there. I tell you what, his arm has got to be 24 inches around. Beach ball, give it a go. Green, green, green for the field as they come through. Gracious. That was Out with a big old monster of one. We'll take a look at what happened. Hey, we almost got through the full first lap. Like in all kind of college, Forster dives down low to get through what happened there. So all good things, all good things. I think Justin Malarkey was involved there. 73 had the 13 to the outside. 73, just going around. And the 57 into him. Man, oh man. I tell you what, those new models on those cars are pretty. You're getting pretty accurate. I did a street stock earlier with a front bumper, a street stock race earlier where the front bumper got ripped off my vehicle. And I tell you what, it was awful. It looked awful. Ooh, Nelly Shelly Bloom out there saying, "Let's go, boys." That was a good first lap. And got to give out the helicopter award. There it is. 73, Justin Malarkey. He's going to come back around, and they do have a fast repair here, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you to everybody out there tuning in on all of the platforms and all the channels. You guys are absolutely amazing. New race leader is going to be Chris Buds, the number 13. He was going to the outside. I don't know if he was going to try to cross over or what was going on there, but it went. It sure went. I mean, you can't guess what's going to happen in those regards. No, as it stands, that's where we're at. That's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to keep going from there. Couple little quick pace laps around. The pit road for the 57. He's just going to get tires. It looks like no fast repairs here. Let's see, Justin Malarkey is right there in front of him. Maybe there's no fast repair. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought they had fast repairs in this one, but I might be wrong. Brand new looking car right there. Maybe they're holding on to it for just another day. Justin Barkley in the 57 might have to be getting some mandatory repairs. 73 of Justin Malarkey might be sitting there for the mandatory repairs. We'll see how it goes. This car looks like it is getting fixed a little bit. Chris Buds, Michael Pimper, John Neidick Jr., Corey Wakefield, and Phil Standard's going to be your top 5 so far. And you can't get mad when to get up and get popcorn and crazy happens. Travis Eccles out there. You know, I mean, it's the first lap. They were coming out of turn 4. We had a good start, and all of a sudden, bam, it happens. It does happen. It's for a good reason. All the drivers in the green numbers are your playoff drivers. As I do believe, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. We're going to scan through this real quick. Barkley, Malarkey, Kirby, nope. Wakefield, nope. Standard, nope. Erickson, nope. So everybody racing today. Those green numbers are going to be your playoff drivers. We'll have points updated later on, so that way you'll be able to see what's going on there. Pam, good to see you out there on the Signature Esports Live Facebook. Dylan as well, good to see you. Appreciate you very much. Man, oh man. All right, they're pacing around. We're going to have some fun. It's going to be great. First car off the lead lap's going to be Mr. Malarkey. I take that back. He's going to beat the pace car off. He's got some of the damage fixed. He's going to come back around. So I believe everybody, Stephen Woods, catching up to Erickson on pit road. Getting some stuff fixed. Maybe getting that fast repair the way you wanted to. Either way, lights are off on the pace car here at Talladega. They are ready to go back to green flag racing here. A 60-lap sprint around here. That's 160 miles. That is absolutely insane driving. The Michelob 160, the Richard Gray Michelob 160. It's off with a bang. It was a good bang. man, oh man, oh man. And of course, all of my sounds of iRacing since I started it off that way. Sounds of iRacing brought to you by Maximus Sports Cards. He does all my sounds of iRacing. Sponsorships throughout all of the series, and helps take care of everything. Maximus Sports Cards, of course, part of our signature esports breaks live, or the Maximus Sports Card signature breaks live. That's absolutely fun. We usually have Pokemon Friday nights. I'm still waiting to see if I'm going to be able to do that tonight. But outside of that, it's always awesome to have the sounds of iRacing. The calm sounds of iRacing. 13-21, the 8 to 16, the 4 to 24. First 3 rows, pace car is going to dive off on the non-Tesla. And they're going to be waiting for that green flag here. At Superspeedways, you don't want to get a big jump because you're going to get swallowed up by a lot of traffic. So it's almost better to wave that guy up to you, like old Dale Senior used to do back in the day. Just wave him up. Get right to my bumper and shove me because I'm going to floor it. Green's going to wave. We're back at it here at Talladega. Man, oh man. Let's see how quick they get to single file this time. How many times they're going to force... You don't want to force the issues. Definitely don't want to force any issues. Turn 1, 13, low side, 21 high side, 8's down there, right? Going to get right to the back bumper. You're going to start watching that draft become a major factor here. And they changed the drafting model here for iRacing, just so that you're kind of aware. They've really limited the downforce of these vehicles. Getting up to the back bumper and shoving is, like you used to, is difficult. It pretty much keeps the cars away from each other for the most part, unless you can somehow dial it in there. Once you touch, you pretty much, it separates you, and it's a little bit different, a little bit weird, but that's kind of how it goes. Chris, getting some love. Go Buds from Brandy out there. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. 13-8. That's the single file line. Let's take a longer look at what's going on here. Backstretch run for the drivers. A little bit single file. Look at that accordion. It's sneaking. Snake. Lap 6. Being completed. Green. I've always found that patience wears out here at about lap 15 laps in. You're like, all right, I got to do something. This is good. 13, 8, 4, 24, 22. 96 to 21 to 9 to 7. All these playoff drivers here are still contending. And that single file racing is going to hold on for a long time if they can just be patient. Not overheat the cars. Let's see what the speeds are like right now, because traditional speeds can get into excess of 206 miles an hour. That'll take you into the corners, and right now it's just you know. Let's go back. Here's Tabor Mallory's speeds. He's inside the draft. Getting clips of 202. 195 is probably more like it. 191. Top speed 203. I think that's what I'm seeing. So that shove not really doing anybody any justice out there. Keep the comments coming. I'd love to see it. Give me a big old yeah right there. You see what I did? Give that big old like. I'd love to see it. 17 back out from pit road. And that's Stephen Wood right there, one of the playoff drivers. He is about 3 laps down, but he's got a brand new car, so he's looking good. Long look. There's a little bitty pack of cars back there trying to make sure they keep up. Looks like that's Doug Erickson back there with Doug Erickson and company with the 10 of Mr. Forms right there. I think they're just waiting for something to happen. Battle for first going on, though. 13's going to have the 24 of Joe Neidick right behind him. Tabor Mowry's going to be there right behind him as well. So all the team, all those teammates are working together. Joe, Tabor, and John. The 24, the 22, and the 8. So they're all there on the inside and outside. I think the 8's falling back a few places. John Neidick Jr. losing the draft, and they're kind of just falling back. Sideline not working for him. It's not really anything going on there for him. Or try to clear himself down there just a little bit. 8 slides in. They are moving and grooving. It's Phil Stannert right there in 11th. Keeping that single file moving. The 8 trying to side draft his way up to the front. He's going to slip back into place. Going to have Austin Bloom. I think a little blink going on there. Austin Bloom in the number 3 car right there. Chris Budd still out front. The draft package not working the same as what you would normally see. There's a 73. Justin Malarkey, he's coming back out as well. He is a lap down at the moment, but he's coming into pit road, so we're going to see how that's going to work for him. 10 laps to go, or not 10 laps to go. Lap 10 being completed, 10 laps complete, 11 being completed under green flag conditions. Man, oh man, I was very honored. They said I kind of feel bad too, because he said that he had a new promo video that he'd like me to play tonight, and I was like, man, you can't do this to me. Like, you know, you got to give it to me a little bit sooner so I can make sure that it's going to work and all that stuff. And then first thing I hear is my voice. So my hat's off to you, Mr. Mallory. Thank you very much for throwing what I say into the mix out there. I'm glad to be able to help represent your league here. Very, very, very nice of him, and I'm much appreciative. I do like the track cams that they use. It's just a shame that guy won't. Like, you have to give him a percentage of your profitability and your streaming for those track cams. I do like those gourmet cams. I make my own though, so. You know, if you can get out there and make your own and have some fun with it, then you might as well do it. $13, $24, $22. That's going to be the way they roll. No judgment. First time seeing the new draft update. Worst update ever. It is absolute. Look, they can't push each other. Look at it. The 24 should be able to suck right up to the back bumper of that car. And as soon as he gets close to it, you can't touch it. Like, there's no, I mean, I've got the speeds down there. They should be doing 206 miles an hour. And now they're forcing the clean racing. Stop forcing the clean racing. Come on. We want some dirty pushing. That's as close as he can get. I mean, I guarantee he's pegged to the floor, and that's what we'll do. That's Chris Buds. We're going to go to Joe Neidick. He's in the 24. Go to the cockpit. Look at that throttle. You see it right there? This is as close as he can get. Right there. It looks a lot closer, but when we go back to that camera, that's as close as he is. And he's pegged. Pegged to the floor. There you go. Maybe, come on, get out of the corner, get to him. Come on. Get it. Come on, give him a bump. Give him the bump. A little trouble there. Tabor Mallory right behind him. I mean, he's full throttle. That's pegged, man. 8,100. Come on. iRacing, what did you do? You took all the fun out of it. Let them shove each other around. Here's the 13-year race leader, and they are now very much single file. I did the restrictor plate, right? What is it, the Carburetor Cup, and they limited those. Wonder why the 96 always shows on screen as the number 2 Miller Lite car. I don't know. Eric, I don't know. If he doesn't have the driver numbers turned off, if it's a custom number, I don't know. I have all of my things set one way for custom numbers and for everybody to be able to do it. I load in after the drivers, and I make sure that my trading paints is updated. And that's pretty much all she wrote. So I don't have a clue why it happens. 96 is supposed to be running a different scheme. Then I don't know. I sure don't know. Sure can't look at the front of it though. Ferocity Graphics, is that yours? Graphics. Yep, I don't know. There's a custom decal pack on it, so might have something to explain with it. So there's that look right there for you. I don't know. I don't control that. I can only control so much, folks. Like, I want him to go faster. I can't get him to go faster. iRacing, what did you do? We love you, though. Yeah, Travis, you're absolutely right. So Travis Eccles out there says, getting in and out of the pits very well could decide the winner due to the lack of the ability to pass on the track. And that's out there on YouTube. You're absolutely right. There's no ability to side draft here. I mean, you could side draft, I guess. You could try that out. And these guys might just be being patient, but I mean, the distance that you're trying to close in on the drivers, this is just, maybe they just watched too many Coca-Cola series racing and figured out that that's kind of pretty much how it goes. Maybe we need to make it an open setup. Throw a little bit more tape on there. Just saying. I haven't even looked at the setup to see what they've done to it. You know, I don't know. Maybe we'll just look at that. But lap 18 is green. You got that first caution out of the way, and then now it's just easy like Sunday morning. Now, people have jostled for position. Derek is the biggest mover of the race. The 96, a.k.a. the Miller Lite car that we were just talking about. He is up 17 spots from where he started. It does look like the 21 of Mike Pimpere might be trying to squeeze a little closer there. The only car that I see anywhere remotely close to another car is going to be the 4. And you almost have to, like, it's like there's a big bubble around the cars. Nearly, come on, Phil. Up 2 spots from where he started. Mike Pimpere right where he started. There's the 21. Driving the U.S. Air Force car right there. Oh, man, oh, man. $13, $24, $22, $96 to $21. Go out there, play your lotto numbers. Here they are. It's good racing. For this rate, might go caution free. Well, you know, I don't mind going caution free, but you know, it's supposed to be, you don't want it to be pedestrian. These guys want to be able to pass. I mean, look at John, the 8. That's John Knighty Jr. back here. Once he fell to the outside, there was nobody getting to his back bumper to help him stay up there, up to the front. So that being said, that makes things a little bit difficult to do anything here. I mean, if the 24, the 22 really wanted to, all that they would have to do is time a corner just right, and they could just pretty much leave the 13 to be. I think both could take a little bitty line outside and put the 13 behind it. I guess that's the strategy that you have to look at when it comes to what you're going to be doing here. We'll need 2 laps in and one caution in Talladega. Well, there you go, guys. If you ever wondered how to do it, iRacing fixed the problem of aggressive driving. Nobody can touch their car. We're gonna have some clean cars at the end of this. Cracking up. I shouldn't be cracking up that bad. 13, 24, 22. The 2/96. Eric Schimmel holding on to it there. Let us just kind of go through. Let's see where Stephen Wood is. He's got that little group back here. There's the number 17. They can't catch up because of, you know, what they've got going on. Justin Malarkey's up here. He's got the 70 in front of him. They're trying to catch Stephen McComas. They're trying to catch up to the main pack. Let's see if a little 2-car tandem can push each other. Let's see what they're doing. Can he get to the back bumper of that car with his rear downforce package? And it just doesn't seem like he can. Right now, speeds are at 190, 191, 2, 193. I mean, come on. All good things. I am not mad. It's good racing. It's still good racing. They're gonna have to figure it out between now and you know, 35, 36 laps from now. Lap 25 being completed. Green all the way. Pit stop should be... Let's see, first pit stop should be coming in any minute. I think they have the same type of fuel that we have. Maybe one pit stop all the way through. 28 to 32 laps, I think that's what it's going to be. of separation there, maybe some buildup. Lap 27, nice and easy, easy breezy. I think 8's starting to figure something out here. Here's the 6 with him. A little outside line action gonna happen. There's the 8, the 60, the 33 of Brian Dixon is gonna be out there. Ooh. Maybe a little pull in. Side draft, maybe try to work the side draft up. It might be working. 8 just getting 2 spots. John trying to figure some stuff out here. Curious. Little bit. He has to use that side draft. Just a little bit. Man, oh man. Well, the 8's going to slide right back into, pretty much right back where he was. Maybe one more spot down. So they're going to come on the pit road. I think little green flag pit stop. Neidick is teammates with Joe and Tabor up there, and then Van Sprundle, he's on pit road. Hey, come on now. They're on pit road a little bit early. Chris Buds is going to be there. Will we see any more green flag takers here as they come around? Man, oh man, you gotta love it. Coming to pit road. There's a bunch of people coming to pit road. You're looking at it. Look at it. Man. Big group. 7 cars. Schimmel. There he goes. He's going to take that second group around with him. Austin Bloom getting some love out there. He's in 5th right now. They're going to come around and take another lap in. Like they're coming to pit road now. Colin Forrester going to lead them on. We'll lock them up. Woo, nearly. There goes McComas. And Neidick. David McComas out front. Got the 73 right behind him. Oh, McComas getting a nice little shove. A little easy breezy lemon squeezy for him. 73 with Justin Malarkey trying to get any of those laps back, trying to get a lap back. And right now he is tailing on to Stephen McComas. Having a chance for a caution for the guy to get his lap back. There goes the 70. See if I was wondering if he was going to come to pit road at all. Not yet. See, Stephen McComas came to pit road on lap 2, so he has a couple extra laps he might take out of it. And he's just cruising. Let him cruise. Let him cruise. Where's that big pack at, though? Because Colin Forrester, he's bringing a little 3-pack with him. There's the 9, the 7, and the 3. Tire's not all that important here. But Colin Forrester putting himself out there with 2 tire change and some fuel. Everybody else, 4 tires. AJ Green, the 7, has 4 tires. Austin Bloom as well. And then there's a big old pack coming right behind him. There's Lance Hill, number 6. Well, that group is carrying big speed. The 8 got swallowed up. He in the 60. I say the 60. It looks like that's the 80. Van Sprundle right there. The Wendy's car. So McComas coming to pit road. Colin Forrester is going to be there. McComas needing a fuel stop. Takes about 49 seconds on pit lane, or 41 seconds on pit lane. So you can gain about 9 spots, but not going to be the difference. 1.5 seconds, the relative difference between that little 3-pack and Forrester and all those guys. They're running. They're continuing to go. You know, when we did it with the, I tried to trail brake leading at the Carburetor Cup. I tried to trail brake to get him up to, to the back bumper, and it slowed him down. Caution comes out. Whoa! Well, that'll change some things. Oh man, somebody was pegged to win. Oh, apparently you can draft. Hold on, we gotta back it up. I couldn't see what was going on there, folks. Oh man. Apparently the 60, maybe that's exactly what happened. 16 hit the corner, 22 is going to be there. He got right to the bumper. And then pushed him loose. Let us see. I wonder, I'm going to back it up and I'm going to go into the cockpit view. I just want to look at something out of the corner. That's the first time this entire race we've seen, other than the very beginning, that we've seen 2 cars touch. And I wanted to see if the telemetry showed that he had his brakes. And I didn't see it, so it happens. Haver's probably going to come in and get a fast repair. Colin Forrester, still your race leader. It's going to lock him, rock him, sock him, bop him. Who's going to get lucky dog? I believe Barkley might be your lucky dog. Who's going to be your lucky dog? Malarkey is going to be right there in the tail end of everything, so he's going to be the first car 1 lap down. Man, oh man, oh man. Curious nature of these beings. Let us see. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what happened there. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... Let's do this. I believe I can... I thought I could put in the telemetry, but I can't remember where that remote is for this SDK. I did download it. It's still stinking cool. Anyway, yeah, let's see. I did forget that I could put up my streaming schedule. Isn't that crazy? Well, folks, there's things that I will continue to do with SDK, and I do enjoy absolutely everything that they have worked on and tried to improve over the years of being who they are, and I've been impressed with them, and there's things that, if they can't fix, they give us the answer, so I'm pretty happy about that. Anyway, Joe Neidick going to be out front. John Neidick in second. Chris Buds in third. And these drivers all came to pit road on 32 and 34, so that way they could gain that extra little bit of fuel. Another lap around before we go back to green flag racing? Yep, I think that's what's going to happen. Taver, I think he went and got him a brand new car. There he is. He did. Off 7 spots, still, let's see, biggest mover of the race. Mr. McComas, he's finding himself right there in 11th. We're up 11 spots, he's in 7th. After being a lap down, taking the lead, going around, leading a lap or two, and then, kind of digging it. I would say trail braking probably would get you that opportunity to get close. But you would have to stay close. You know what I mean? That, like I said, that's the first time we've seen 2 cars touch. And it looked like Tabor was full throttle into the corner. Well, I'm quite curious to hear kind of what was going on there. The 2 Nidix, 1 and 2, they're going to be leading this thing back to green. Man, oh man. Look how pretty this racetrack is. Whoa. Folks, many apologies about that. I just lost something there. Some things happen. Crazy. Crazy. Folks, I do believe that we are experiencing some things. It might be because I have camera on John Nidek Jr. I'm not quite sure. All I know is that everything went black there for a moment, and quite possibly thought that might have been my graphics card, but I hope it's not. 25 laps to go, because we have just made significant improvements to our system, because iRacing keeps making significant improvements to their graphic settings. And yeah, no, that's crazy. Anyway, things do happen. The 8, 24, 13, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. First 2 rows are going to be pushing. And a good shove from the 4 right to the back bumper. Doesn't give the edge for the 8. 24 is going to be right there. 8's going to slide right in front of the 24. And let's see if that outside line can hold on here. And they keep that rolling. Oh, 4 gets a little bit, I don't know if he got loose or what happened there. But it does seem like that they just want to get single file as quickly as possible. 24 laps to go here at Talladega. Nidix out front. Chris Buds in 3rd. Van Sprundle there in 4th. 46, 33. Nowhere to go on the high line. They are falling so fast. Doug Erickson has a line of 5 cars. And you would normally see these things suck right back up in the draft. Just like pull. I mean, it would pull very, 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 very easily. You would pull that line. And right now, that 46, 33, 21, they should be passing the 10 right now. Pretty easily with that nose damage that he has in the arrow situation he's got going with no hood. They should be passing that car right now, and that is not happening. So this is different. It is very, very different to see. It's crazy to see. Whoa. There it is, folks. Did figure out what was going on there. Many apologies. Looks good still. Oh, thank you. Lost a monitor. That's what happened. I was looking to see what was going on there. I think I was losing a monitor. 824, 87, 4. Who's going to have it? Who's going to take it? Thank you, Travis. Appreciate you. Man, oh man, there it is. Come on, get closer, get closer. Come on, get it. Touch that car. I mean, it's close. So close. In the corners where you can touch him, but on the straights you can't. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's not even right. I mean, why not? I mean, he's getting there. Come on. It's super frustrating to know. I mean, the guys are getting a run. Like the 9 getting a run on the 70 of McComas. You see it. He in a 3 to the outside. Woo, 6 goes up. And so they got that's a little up front motorsports, little net code going on there. The 70 and a 3 and a little touch right there. And then 70 is going to close the distance on the 4. 4 is going to go high. Try to pull that line out, that outside line. I guess it depends on the speed that you're carrying. I'm trying to figure this out, folks, because it's really throwing me for a loop. Poster having a little bit of issue there for me, but that's all right. All good things. So if the 4 is carrying speed to the outside line, he can pull the outside. So imagine if the leader wanted to control 2 lines. I guess that would be the philosophy, move in the air like what, Junior and Senior used to do. Waltrip used to do it pretty, Darrell used to do it pretty well as well. So come on, 3, get to the back bumper. It gives him a shove, but it immediately makes him loose. Man. 6 slides down. That's a crossover if I ever saw one. Joe and John out front. Van Sprundle there in third. Where's the Beef Wendy's car? Come on, 7, 9, and 3. Get up front. They wish they could. They wish they could. I promise you. This is the first time I have seen Talladega not be 20 laps to go and not see 2 and 3 wide racing since I've been broadcasting. This is 11 months of iRacing broadcasting. This is the first single file race that I've seen go this way. And it is literally, Travis Eccles put it correctly out there. This is literally all about who came out of pit road and what kind of run are they going to have coming into the 2 to go. Maybe at 2 to go, they turn, the simulator turns the restrictor plates off. Oh, man. Green. Having a little bit of net issues there. He in the 9. It must be in the same time zone because they're having a little bit of issues. The 8, the 24, the 80, the 7, the 9, all moving and grooving. McComas, Hill, Buds, Bloom, Aylshire, all top 10s, all separated by pretty much equal car lengths. It is very crazy, very crazy. This is not something that we see at all. It should be different. It should be different. I tell you what, commentate right now. This is crazy. You guys know I'm usually full of all kinds of things, and it's just the way that I do things. Not this time. Nidic, Van Spruggle. I wouldn't be surprised if this is how the race would end. Now that depends on fuel too, because that would change a lot of things. The 8, the 24, the 80, the 7, the 9. Let's say, just give me a driver, folks. Let's go see what that driver's doing. Here, let's see what Malarkey was doing. We were talking about Malarkey before. He's was wrapped up in the very beginning. He's in 20th right now, almost 2 laps down. He's a lap and a quarter down. Phil, the number 4, he is in 19th right now. Behind that whole pack of drivers. Brian Dixon right there in front of him. The 17, who's a couple of laps down. He's 3, 4 laps down. Right there with that pack. Brian Dixon, the 33, is right there. Phil, we saw. Eric Schimmel, the 96, right there in front of him. Chris Buds right there in front of him. Chris Buds led the race for the better part of the first half. 10 going high. I mean, look, he can't even, he's getting right to the back bumper of the 10. But you would think that there's he would be able to get there and shove him. You know, they're all keeping it. The 10's keeping up, but he's got no hood. Isn't that crazy? Oh, 10 goes around. No caution. No caution. Ryan Dixon went around. That was a, well, hold on. Here it is. There's the 10. Against the wall. Oh, the 33 went down to miss him. And, oh, man. He was like, oh, he saw that happen. He was like, I'm going to move. I'm going to move. Ow! Oh, Brian. And a helicopter for you. $13, kind of stuck outside now. Got a little help from the 57. Oh, 3. Austin Bloom trying to come up. I think the side draft's starting to work. Maybe they got rid of the restrictors now, because I tell you what, now we're seeing some folks move. 13's got it on it. What happened, folks? Ooh, they're getting dicey. Hold it together on the outside lane. They'll be able to run. Eight, 24, and just like that, a fallback. Caution's going to come out, 22 going around. Just getting ready to just look over there and see what happened. Aylshire, Bloom. Man, Haber Mowry involved here. Oh, 33 to 70. McComas. Oh. All right. Oh, man. All right, let's just do this. It was. All right. Here's the problem with some of the issues. 3's going to be right there. 70's up high. He's there. Now the 70s there, posting down the track. And that is, I don't know. Oof. Dang old dang, folks. Waiting for the pace car. That's what they're doing. Not across the start-finish line just yet. Oof. There we go. Oof. There's the pace car. Now they can get up to speed. There's your race leader right now. You don't want to give that up yet. Holy dang old bejesus. Tell you what, this is nuts. So I would say that you want to definitely get a good run, because right there is going to be the big kicker here. All right, we'll see what happens as they get things ready to rock and roll. I'm taking a vocal break. I will be right back in just a second. All righty. That's what happens when they weren't used to racing like that. All race, Dega outside just dies after a lap. It does. Let's 80 needs to be super tight on the bumper of the 8 on the restart. Can't push it at speed, but the 80 can push at the restart and clear the 24 for second. I think you're absolutely right. I'm just looking at this going, what in the world is going to happen? Many apologies about a little label being thrown up on the screen right there. I was clicking on something, and when I went to put up there, you know, I'm going to have to go back and edit that part out. So many apologies about that. We do ship some stuff here occasionally, and things kind of pop up on my screen when it needs to, when it's trying to do its job. Many apologies about that. 824, 87, 57, the 5 cars that you're going to be looking at here. And anybody can win this thing with 9 laps to go. There's still a lot of racing left to do. When we go back to green, it'll be 8 laps to go, but it's literally going to be who's going to be on it, who's not going to be on it, who's going to be on the throttle, who's going to be right there with them. And as it stands, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do it again. Little sounds of iRacing coming back at you. Turn it up just one more time. Let's see how we can do it. Here it is, green it goes! Inside, working. Just yet, Nidek Jr. to the bottom, Nidek to the outside. See. So, I don't think they're done just yet. They're gonna... Oh, yeah, buddy. Get it. Scattering like cockroaches. Something just happened there. Oh, man, oh, man. Erickson a little bit loose. 3 to the outside. Caution is going to come out. Justin Malarkey involved after... getting the lap back. 7 into the 80, 7 down into the 73. Man, oh man, he just got his lap back. Oh, let's see how that develops. I tell you what, sounds of iRacing doing it when you need a caution. I'll be there. All right, here it is. Here's what happened. The 7 is to the back of the 24. He had a good shove. Now this is about as good as it gets. Driving into the 24. I mean, he's there. 80 comes up just a little bit, shoves both of his cars in the wall. 7 tries to pull himself off of the wall into the 73. And man, you get your lap back and then, ouch. Poor guys. Poor guys. Ryan Hill says, let's all get a drink of branch water. How about it? Talladega's normally there's a little bit more impact than this. It's like bump drafting in ARCA cars now. You know what? Yeah. I agree. You can get there. Once you get there, you're gone. They just need to put a standard on the bottom of the because the bumpers are different for the cars. Where they insert the Superspeedway bumper, they need to put no touchy right there all over it. And getting a lap back? I do believe so. Horn's coming around. He's going to be back on the lead lap. He's going to be really happy, I think. I'd be happy. And he's got a hood again. Corey Wakefield on pit road, the 16. I think he had to get out there and pit. On pit road for a minute, 6 seconds as they're pacing around. He's getting any of that damage fixed. Stephen McComas with no front end. He's got that modified, looking pretty darn snazzy. Justin Malarkey back here. His day's pretty much what it is. Shame. Corey Wakefield, Ryan Dixon, Stephen McComas and Justin Malarkey. John Knighty Jr. See, AJ Green was a 7 car. I do believe he went in and his fast repair. There's Van Sprundle right there. Gonna be right behind him. Tabor, a little bit of front end nose damage. It looks like he's been touched a couple of times, and that's what's funny. Usually, if you look at the bumper, it's concave the wrong way. It's so, yeah. I don't know what I think, folks. I don't know what I think. You tell me what you think, because I'm just going, it's concave the wrong way. The mountains actually flow upward, folks. Normally, whenever you see these cars, when they get pushed in the middle, and that's where you see the first crease. If you look at Tabor Mallory's car right there, from getting pushed, that side of the car is the middle of the car straight. The middle of the bumper's straight. That's insane. It's insane. That's just my observations. What do I think? That's what I think. I think this is going to be fun. There's the lineup behind him. Your race leader right now, John Knighty Jr., J&J, the number 8. Justin Barkley is going to restart to the outside. Lance Hill is going to be behind. The number 8, Colin Forrester, in the 9 is going to be restarting on the outside in row 2. Chris Budds, Michael Pimpere, that makes up row 3 on the restart here. We're going to go back to green. 4 laps to go, and man, oh man. This Barkley has this, and it's bananas. They have done good. Yeah, you know, considering the race that they have, it's been a good race. I mean, 4 cautions. It's Talladega. You know, any more than 40 laps, and I expect a caution every 10 laps. You know what I mean? And they've done pretty darn good with 60 laps to just have 4, and 2 of them were for major incident. You know, the other 2 of them were kind of minor things. Depending on who you look at, who you talk to, what's major and minor here. There he is. He's had a pretty lackadaisical day. He probably has his Busch Latte or his Michelob up there. Don't think I didn't forget. Richard Gray, 160, about to be the best of the best. Caution is going to be extended for another lap. So never mind on that one. Lights are going to go back off on the pace cars, so they're going to go one more round. It's going to be a 3-2-1 kind of drag race here. Man. Anticipated Fred, ready to go. What happened to Matt? Oh, I think his engine blew up. Something happened. Did he run out of gas? Did the transmission go out in the car? Something happened. Oh, there he is. Yeah. There he gets back up and going. All right, there he goes. All right. iRacing had to throw something happened. He had to slow down for some reason. I think he was the last car in the lead lap. Didn't want to get a black flag. iRacing threw it. So the extended caution takes one more lap. I tell you what, it's going to be fun. Let's see what happens. 8:57. Which one of the playoff drivers are going to be inside the top 3 by the time it's all said and done? That's kind of where this is going to be at. If they wreck each other coming to the start-finish line on the last lap, Cool. That's. I kind of almost expect that now. Normally, I'm like, they should probably race a little cleaner, get into the start-finish line. Now, I'm like, it's kind of going to be expected. Do I think it's going to happen? It may not. They may just go straight to it. There is that branch water. There's the number 6, Mr. Hill. Lance Hill right there. Good to see it. Here they go. All ready? Are you ready? In and out, in and out. Here we go. Pace car off into the corner. Through the gears we go. We're going to stay with them. Waiting for it. Camera's going to change. Green's going to come. In about 3, 2. Yeah. Right on the back bumper, the big shove coming down to the front stretch. Turn 1's about to get crazy. 57 to Barkley has nobody slide down, and he does. Oh, comes off the track a little bit there. Man, if it wasn't for the fact they weren't up to speed, that would have been a disaster. 3 cars into the front. 90 kill Barkley. 3 laps to go. Man, he almost overcorrected himself getting down into that line in front of the 9. Side by side from 4th on back, from 5th on back. 13 to 21 up in pairs there. You just can't really line it out, and this is where the run's going to come. How are they going to be able to hold it? Are they going to be able to go 2 by 2? What are they going to do? Because I have no clue. Just yet, 2 laps to go. Midwest Days of Thunder, Talladega Race 1. I'm almost looking forward to Martinsville. Actually, Martinsville's not that bad. Whoa, somebody flies off the side. Doesn't matter. Go around, take the white flag. Let's bring it on. All right, next week I think they're at Darlington. Martinsville. No, Las Vegas next week. Either way, I'll look again here in a minute. Last lap coming. Yeah! Travis, I think you were right. It's just going to depend on who is going to be able to have position at the end of the race. 8, 6, 57. There's the 9. 11 of the Shires right there. Are they going to be able to get anywhere? The 9 holding on to it. Big shove coming. Block from the 8. 57 to the bottom. 8 to the bottom. This is Dale Earnhardt driving. Come on, 8. Let's move them over restrictor plate days. Nothing. Junior is going to walk away with it. I think he's going to walk away with it. Man. Lance Hill wins the race. And a little bit of an extra push right there at the very end. John Knighting Jr. had it he had it. I called the race too soon. Man. I fully expected that. Oh, you can't even go do a burnout now. Man, that's a shame. Branch water machine. Their teammates. Oh, man. They can be cranked up. Oh, man, oh, man. That was a good end. Oh. I'm working on it. It takes practice to do this by myself. White flag. Here it is. There's the 6. Let's cockpit view. White flag waves. The 6 is right here. Everything going as well as you can ask. 57 is going to get it right to the back bumper. 911 high. 6 slides up. A block from the 8. 57 there. 9's coming down. 9's going to get shoved off the track. Pretty much how that rolled for him. The 8 has a good run right there. There's Lance Hill. There's John Neidig Jr. The gap was just too big. I think if he would have stayed a little bit closer, this is where I was like, all right, there's not a big run. Now the 9's to the back bumper. There's still a big gap. Here it is. Boom. Crossover from the 8. 6 stays the lane. 8. 2's going up. Or the 96 going up. 7 goes around. That's a big old airborne. 6 up high. The 8 trying to come back up. Take a little bit away from him. And that's how it ends right there. Man, oh man, oh man. Chris Budd's in 4th. Barkley in 5th. Dang. There he is. Crazy. Super crazy. Let us do it some justice. Whew. Race results brought to you by Richard Gray out there. Rich, hope you're having a fantastic evening. These guys wanted to dedicate this whole race to you. Richard and Michelob Gray, the Talladega 160. Race 1 in the books for the round of 16. And there you see pretty much how the order is going to be. 16, the 6 is going to lead the point structure right now. Points all reset. So if you want to know the playoff standings, well, there it is. Lance Hill, John Neidig Jr., Colin Forrester, Chris Budds, and Justin Barkley is going to be your top 5. There's your top 4. Adam Ailshire finishes 6th, going to be 5th in points for the playoffs. Phil Stannard, AJ Green, Austin Bloom, Doug Erickson. That is your top 10. Pimpere, then Joe, then Vince Frontal. Those are your odd numbers out. Stephen McComas finishes 18th. And oh man. Tell you what, it was a good race. I am not disappointed by any means. The end was miraculous. Tabor Mowry finishes 19th. 20th is Wood, and Malarkey in 21st after getting that last little ding. Man, oh man, it was good. It was fun. You know, some good stuff. All right, last but not least, we got to do the thing that we do, and that would be, you know, maybe. Let's talk to Phil. No, who are we going to talk to? Who are we going to talk to? We're going to talk to somebody. You know. You guys are having a fantastic evening. Let's see. I'm going to talk to 3rd place. That's what we're going to do. The man himself, Colin Forrester, is going to be your 3rd place finisher here, buddy. Walk us through how it was to drive this beast of a track and kind of what the new model looks like when it comes to racing it here.
Well, I mean, it was a interesting race. I'm not a big fan of this package. I think it's just kind of boring. Or, well, it's realistic, but it's kind of boring, like the Daytona 500. But it was a fun race, fun finish. I knew my best option was going to be to push Lance there because I wouldn't have been able to jump up on the high side and pass both of them. So I knew that was my best option, just push Lance, and it worked out. 3rd place, so it's a good finish.
Yeah, I was. We were all like, get closer, go faster. It's pretty much as all that all I could do. I almost, from the broadcasting standpoint, I almost miss the ability to be able to get up there and push, because it just seemed like the more that you were in momentum, the more that you couldn't get that car unless somebody arca braked or drag braked. There was no way to really get your nose to the back bumper of the car. Um, Moving on to next week, your third in points. A good little track next week in as Las Vegas would stand. Kind of tell me how things are going to go.
Well, I think things are going to go well. Me and Adam had a side-by-side finish there last time, and I think I've gotten better since then. But everybody else has as well. So, I think it'll be a fun race. I like that track. It's actually kind of a multi-groove track. The bottom works, the middle works, and I think it'll be fun. Hope I do well. But we'll see what happens.
I think it'll be a good one. All right, my man, give your shout outs out there for me, and I'd greatly appreciate it.
All right. Shout out to my dad. I know he's watching like usual. Shout out to you also doing the broadcast. Do a great job. Shout out to Lance too. I know me and him worked well together, it seemed. And shout out to all my teammates, Justin Malarkey, Austin Bloom, and AJ Green. I know they didn't have a great race, but it was overall not a bad race.
It's still Talladega. No matter how you look at it, somebody's going to win. Somebody's going to go home crying.
Sir. All right. See you tomorrow.
You too. Colin Forster is going to be in the third. Up next, John Neidick Jr., the number 8. But you had it there. I called you winning. I was like, oh, he's going to win. Oh. Tell me how the rest of your race went. You led a good section of it. Pit strategy worked out in your favor. Yeah, talk about it all. The package, all of it. John, you got me? All right, we'll move on. Hey, Lance, you got a copy there, buddy?
Yeah, I got you. John's talking, by the way. I don't know if you can.
Oh, there he is. I couldn't hear him. There was like, I didn't even see you queuing up there. So go for it, my man. I got you both in here. So John, tell me about your story here, and I know little Dixon right there had a run and a push from Colin, but you led a good chunk of the last part of the race, and it really came down to checkers or wreckers.
Yeah, pretty much. And Lance, I don't like you very much right now, but that's okay. Congratulations. That was awesome. I blocked him as best I could without taking us both out. I didn't want to do that. So, that's just makes no sense. I want to finish the race. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to take a win from him, but he's okay doing that to me, but whatever. I'm just kidding. But dude, I think the package is not very good. The drafting is pretty much non-existent. I mean, you cannot get anything on the high side unless you do what Lance did, which I saw him laying back, and I was preparing myself for his run. I just didn't know that he was going to have such as big a run as he did. I blocked him on the low side. Then when he went high, there was just no chance. It was either, turn us both into the wall or get a good finish and move on to next week. And that's what I chose.
Hey, it's a good plan by me. When you came out of when the white flag came around, and we watched the replay just a minute ago, you had a good. It was a good move from the glory days of good restrictor plate racing, in my opinion, where you see somebody like Dale Earnhardt come up and take a line away, slow that line down, come back down, take the air away from that line, and you moved yourself around. It's kind of where the realism does come into play there a little bit. But from the racing standpoint, you couldn't carry the speeds, you couldn't carry your lines, and you basically had to run single file for the entire race.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, what I know from the old days of drafting, you just could not do. You couldn't even stall a car out. you couldn't get that suck up on them and then stall them out, pull away from them, and then you just couldn't do that. It's not there. So I'm not sure what iRacing was thinking. I'm sure there will be an update soon to fix this, because I'm sure they're going to get quite a bit of backlash.
If the carburetor cup is for anything, then yeah, for sure.
So I mean, it's just but it worked out the way it did. Starting out, I didn't have much of a chance to practice this week. I got my 30 laps in, but I didn't have much of a chance to practice. So early on in the race, when I went high side on, I think it was Bud's, I got freight trained like crazy. I'm in the back. I'm like, okay, I'd get a run on somebody. I'd go to the high side, and it would just stall out.
Mhm.
No matter if I had someone behind me, the high line was not able to do anything. It was a one-groove track. That was the bottom groove. There was no more. The only thing I was able to do was pick off some spots going into the tri-oval. For whatever reason, if you're on the high side, going through the tri-oval, you get a monstrous run on the guys on the inside. So I was able to do that and pick a spot off here and there. Phil was really good about closing the gap on me before I can get down in front of him going into one. So he kind of killed me there. But other than that, I was able to pick some off. But that's it. I didn't care if I had, 3 cars lined up behind me. There was nothing there.
I tell you what, if you guys are out there running league races for the next week, I'm sure that this might be something you'll have to keep in mind. So, all right, my man, give you shout outs out there, and at least P2 finish, you get to go on and compete for some more points next week.
Yeah. Once again, thanks for my family for watching. Darn it, we'll get one day. And thanks to my teammate, Pete Van Sprundle, for being there when I needed a teammate. It's nice to have that. It's a change, and it's a welcome change, having a teammate that sticks with me.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's just thank you to everybody watching out there. Thank you to Jason. Thanks to the number 6 car for not spinning me there at the end. But and congratulations to Lance. But thank you to everybody watching, my friends, my family, my wife, and to my kids.
Absolutely. So. All right, my man. Congratulations, P2. Still walking away at the end of the day is still good. It's still a good race.
Yeah, the bridesmaid again. Maybe next week.
We've had this conversation before, haven't we?
so many times, man. It never gets old, though. I mean, finishing second is better than the third, but I'm just the first loser. Because if you ain't first at Talladega, you're last.
But you can still win a championship by running second, right?
That's right, and that's the big picture, and that's how I race, is big picture, always big picture.
All right, my man. Well, have a great evening, and we'll see you next week in Las Vegas.
Thanks, buddy. Congratulations, Lance.
Thank you, man.
See ya.
Oh, man. And last but not least, the 16-year-old from Winchester, Tennessee. Buddy, tell me about it.
Man, I had to throw the block on Colin there on the last lap. I didn't really want to do that. I don't really, like blocking unless I absolutely have to. And I feel like we was all working together throughout the whole race. And I feel like that, if I blocked him, then it was going to give me a better shot than being left out on the high side. So I just laid back there and was hoping he was going to get to me, and he finally did. And I didn't think I was actually going to get to the 8 car in time, but we managed to get there and somehow still managed to win this race. I don't really understand how.
Yeah, Colin said he was like, the only chance I had was to push him. So, so that's what kept him in third. It's still a great race, great finish. Other than, everybody said it was kind of boring.
Yeah, this package is not the best. I mean, I like it because I want to feel what the drivers feel in real life, except for all the bumps. Mm-hmm. I think it's awesome to get the race, how they do in real life. I think there is a few things that they could maybe tweak about this package. iRacing could, but other than that, I like it. I think it's okay.
As far as a broadcast standpoint, from my point of view, yes, clean racing is always fun, and when the wrecks happen, they're usually pretty big. But I just couldn't see you guys getting close enough to each other without having a drag brake. And so, being able to pull the air off the car in front of you to find your way around the track it seems like that's the way that I've seen you guys, especially at Daytona earlier this season. You guys ran a really clean race at Daytona, and you were able to drive around each other quite nicely. Here, it just seemed like because you were so limited with what you could do, that's when mistakes were made.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see any of the wrecks that really happened except for that one. I think it might have been the big one that happened in front of us there on the front stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know what happened there. So I can see major problems coming from that because I've in practice been getting side drafted and the car just gets loose and wrecks happen like that. But yeah, I'm in the middle on it.
Okay. You can be wherever you need to be, man. That's I look at it like, all right, well, they're going 196 miles an hour now. They can't go 205, 206. Well, this is Talladega. Come on, 200 miles an hour is what you're supposed to be doing. But anyway, still, congratulations on the win. This is not the first time I've said it to you. It probably won't be the last. I say probably won't. It may not be the last time this season that I say it to you. Las Vegas is next week, and you're gonna have I believe you're gonna have a lot of fun there. Give your shout outs and congratulations, your first in points right here in the round of 16.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to thank my sponsor, Branchwater Distillery, my parents for just supporting me like they do. I thank my brothers for helping me with everything they've done for me, and I want to thank Justin Barkley for helping me get this absolute beautiful computer that I got, and just thank my friends for supporting me, just y'all for broadcasting, just everybody out there.
Absolutely, man. All right, my man. Next week, Las Vegas. What do you got? Another win?
I hope so. I hope it don't turn out like it did last time with me in Austin. But definitely didn't want to do that last time. But I hope it can turn out pretty well.
Midline. Remember that midline's the key.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Have a good weekend, man.
All right, you too.
All right, that's gonna be your race and your race winner, Lance Hill. And it was a good run. It was a good race. I was very, very pleased with the end of it. I wish we could have seen a little bit closer racing, but that's just my opinion of the whole grand scheme of things. Next week, reminder that we're going to be doing the fun stuff, Las Vegas here from Midwest Days of Thunder. Tomorrow night, Signature eNASCAR Cup Series action. We're going to be live with the PVACF drive at Pocono. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We watched Pocono yesterday in the trucks. It was a great time. Tomorrow, it's going to be the same time. For those who are out there, make sure you go to signatureesports.com, click the shop tab, buy yourself a Signature Esports t-shirt. We're going to be doing another giveaway here. I'm working on koozies for the Failhab crews, so we're gonna try to get those out on the website as soon as we can. Outside of that, remember, check out MaximusSportsCards.com, get all the breaks in, buy some cards, get some fun. It's just going to be amazing. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to be seeing you here tomorrow evening. I was going to do a card break tonight, but I think I'm actually going to call it tonight. We'll go back and reassume Pokemon Friday nights next Friday after the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series race. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch the Xfinity race that was posted on our Signature Esports Facebook channel, and give us a like, follow on all the platforms. We love you. We appreciate you. If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Once again, you do series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is the Rockingham 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.